Today we're talking about direct variation. So we are going to take some notes in our journal before we get started. So let's open up our journal. And title this page, Direct Variation. Whoa, that is bright. I won't write in that anymore. Okay, we're going to write the definition of direct variation first. So it is two quantities, x and y. Two quantities, x and y, show direct variation when y equals kx. There's a proportional relationship. And k cannot equal 0. X and y have a proportional relationship. Proportional, forgot my AL at the end of that. So we are going to write it as y over x. That will be our proportion. So that's a ratio, but to set up a proportion, we would have two ratios that are set equal. So let's say it's another y. So like y2 over x2. If I were to divide y1 over y2, or y1 over x1, and then divide y2 over x2, I would get the same thing. And that's k. K is going to be called our constant of variation. Y is said to vary directly with x. Okay, so that's all about direct variation, the properties of it. Have a proportional relationship, there's a constant of variation. Y varies directly with x. And we have the equation y equals kx. So there are three requirements of direct variation. We're going to list those three here. So the first one is going to deal with the graph of the direct variation. It's a positive or negative slope through the origin. Zero, zero. So if it's positive, so it has to be linear as well. I'm going to do two little graphs here. And I'll draw the positive slope through the origin, just an example. Goes through that origin. Or a negative slope through the origin. And again, so must be linear. So this is dealing with the graph. Okay, so the second one is dealing with the equation of the line. It's written as y equals kx, where k does not equal 0. So an example would be y equals 2x, y equals 3/4 x, or 2x plus y equals 0. So these look exactly like kx. So y equals kx, y equals 2x, y equals 3/4 x. But this one looks different. But could we change this around so it looks like y equals kx? Yeah. All we'd need to do is subtract the 2x. And we get y equals negative 2x. Okay, so the third requirement deals with the table of values. Divide y by x. And that'll give you your constant of variation. It'll be the same every y over x. So we'll look at a table of values, x over y. So I'll do 1, 3, 2, 6, 3, 9, 4, 12. So every y divided by x should equal the same number. So I could do this one and be 3 over 1, which equals 3. I could do this one, which is 6 over 2, which equals 3. I could do this one, 9 over 3, because we're doing y divided by x equals 3. And then this one, I'll do 12 divided by 4 equals 3. So this is direct variation, and k equals 3. Okay, so those are the requirements for direct variation. So let's look back at our digital journal now. No, wrong thing. Over here. All right, we're going to fill in some blanks and then answer some questions. Direct variation is a specific relationship in which there is a constant of variation between all ordered pairs. Direct variation equations are written in the form y equals kx. Next part, find the constant k. Identify the constant of the ordered pairs below. Then write the equation to represent the relationship. So we have ordered pairs on 1 and 2, and then on 3, we have table of values. So let's look at this first one. 1, 4, 2, 8, 3, 12, 4, 16. If we were to divide y divided by x, it would equal 4, yeah, because we do 4 divided by 1 gives us 4. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 12 divided by 3 is 4. 16 divided by 4 is 4. So our k equals 4. So then to write our equation, we would write y equals kx. So y equals 4x. So if I were to check these, I would say, okay, if x is 1, I'm going to multiply 1 times 4, and it equals 4. If x is 2, plug it in. 4 times 2 is 8. 3 times 2 is, 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 4 is 16. So that works. Let's go to the next one. -6, 3, -4, 2, 0, 0, 2, -1. This one's a little bit more challenging. What is it? -1/2. So if I multiply -1/2, -1/2 times, what was the first one? 6, -6. I get +3. -4 times -1/2. Negative times negative makes you positive. Half of 4 is 2. So yeah, that works. If we divide each one of these by a -2. So k equals -1/2. So then y equals -1/2 x. Put a space there, it'll make it look a little better. Okay, the next one. We are going to divide y by x to find our constant of variation. So in this one, we're going to do -8 divided by -12. So negative 8 divided by negative 12. But I want a fraction because I want my constant. So I'm going to go to alpha y equals negative 8 divided by negative 12. 2/3. So if I divide the first pair, I get negative 2/3. What about the next one? I get positive 2/3. Negative 4 divided by negative 6. Yeah. Negative 4 divided by negative 6. Positive 2/3. And then the next one, 0, 0. 0 divided by 0. Can't do that. It'd be undefined. So we don't even check 0, 0. We already know that 0, 0 must be on it. Then the last one, 2 divided by 3. It's just 2 divided by 3. So K equals 2 over 3. Y equals 2 over 3 X. Last one, go ahead and do the last one. Remember, it's Y over X. Okay, whenever you divide it, I divided all of mine here. And each time when we divide, it's negative 3. When we divide Y divided by X. So negative 3 is our constant. Y equals negative 3. And our equation is Y equals negative 3X. Okay, let's look at the next one. Finding missing values. If the following ordered pairs represent a direct variation, find the missing value. So we have if y equals negative 8 when x equals 3, find x when y equals 30. So remember how I told y'all that there's a proportional relationship? So we are going to find this proportional relationship using what they've given us. So let's look at our journal. Slide 13, right? So write the information that they give us. I said on, what is this, 5? Y equals negative 18 when x equals 3. Find x when y equals 30. Should I make sure I wrote it down correctly? Okay, so what we need to do is we need to find our constant of variation by using what they've given us. So this is the first thing that they've given us. So we're going to divide y divided by x to find the k value. So k equals y divided by x. Oh, y looks funny. So our y is negative 18 divided by 3. So K equals
-6.
-6. So then it says when X, find X. So we don't know what X is when Y equals 30. So we know that K is -6. So Y over X. So Y is 30 over X. We don't know what it is. But we know that this is going to have to equal -6. So we need to find the value of X that makes it equal to that K value -6. So 30 divided by what gets -6? Yeah, -5. All we need to do is do 30 divided by -6, and X equals -5. So we're dividing those 30 divided by -6. Another way to do it is to set up a proportion. Y over X equals Y over X. So it'd be like -18 divided by 3 equals 30 divided by X. Do y'all remember that? Cross multiply and divide. So this is Y over X. So you do 3 times 30, which is 90, then divide by a -18. And does that equal -5? 3 times 30 divided by -18, -5. So that works. But we did also find the K. So let's write that down. K equals -6. So we have two things. We found the missing value, but we also found the constant of variation between them. Number 6. Oh, we need to fill this in. So did it tell us what we need to write? Oh, just find the missing value. So we'd write X equals -5. Let's go to 6. So it says Y equals 80 when X equals 32. Find X when Y equals 100. So you can do it either way. Find the K and then find the missing value, or set it as a proportion and find it that way. I'm going to find the K. So it'd be 80 over 32. But I want it as a fraction. So I'm going to do math, frac, enter 5 over 2. So K equals Y over X. So it's 100 over X equals 5 over 2. So here we have a proportion set up already. So we can cross multiply and divide that one to find our X value. Or see 5 times what gets 100. Divide those. 100 divided by 5 gives us 20. So then we multiply 2 times 20, which gives us 40. And we do have the k. K equals 5 over 2. So you can always cross multiply and divide that. You could also set it up like this. It's y over x. 100 over x. Cross multiply and divide. Okay, let's do 7 and 8. Oh, we need to put this down. X equals 40. So on 7, we have if y equals 10 when x equals -4. Find y this time when x equals 12. So k equals y over x. So that'd be 10 over -4. We can simplify that by 2. So it'd be -5 over 2. And then we do y over 12 equals -5 over 2. So 12 times the -5 and then divide by 2. Equals -30. Okay, so this time it's y equals -30. Okay, the last one. Let's do our last one. Y equals -7 when x equals -28. Find y when x equals 20. Okay, so k equals y over x. -7 over -28. Negative over negative is going to become positive. So 7 divided by 8, we need to reduce that. We can reduce it by 7s, which gives us 1/4. So k is 1/4. So find y when x equals 20. So k equals y over x. So we have y over 20. It's going to have to equal 1/4. You can cross multiply and divide. So what does y equal? Yeah. So y equals 5. Okay, your assignment, I'm going to pass it out. You are only doing 1 through 12, and then tomorrow we'll finish the notes, and then you'll finish the assignments.